Hi everybody, I thought I would come and do a little bit of a craft session, and I'm not going to edit this one, I'm just going to go through. I usually, for tutorials and for the what's in my shops, I edit them down so as it's not too long. But it's good to get back to just one where you can just have a bit of a natter or not, depending on what happens on the day. So I had made a collage and I've done a what's in your shop, which is uploaded, and this was the photo colouring collage, the edit of the original is what I mean to say. See, now already you get bloopers, that's the way it is. I thought I'd make some tags. Anyway, I might repeat myself. I might end up editing because I'm embarrassed. Who knows? I was having a little bit of a muck around. I was thinking about vintage photo, and the vintage photo Distress Oxide by Ranger, I was mucking around on the edge just seeing how it looked, and I thought that it wasn't too bad a blend, but what I discovered was that this, it's iced spruce is what that one's called. These little tiny ones are a bit tricky to get the lids off. I discovered that if I went over the top a bit, it really got a bit of the darker colouring. I don't know, maybe Tim's already said that, I don't know, but anyway, I discovered that, and there's nothing new in the world, as I've said in previous videos. So let's make some tags. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm enjoying it. I tell you what happened this morning. I woke up, so it's there's 1 month to go till spring here in Melbourne and in Australia, but I woke up to the sound of these beautiful birds singing, and it was just gorgeous. It was like, oh, that reminds me spring's just around the corner. All our yucky cold weather is going to move on, and we'll be able to self-isolate at home in the beautiful weather. Oh, I hope our lockdown finishes before it gets too gorgeous out there, because well, how bad will that be? We actually have some nice weather and we can't go out in it. But anyway, it's part of the way it is, isn't it? So I didn't have any particular reason to make these tags. I was just looking through little Sunday project and thinking, what can I do? And saw my little collage book, saw that I'd made a collage, thought I better scan that and see what happens with that, and put it in and mucked around, and then when I printed out some things I went, oh, I'll just make some tags. That's what I'm doing today. Maybe you want to tag along. Hopefully the sound is up enough. I know people have been commenting on the sound. I'm really sorry about that. I honestly think sometimes my phone is a little quiet. I'm just using my phone, by the way. It's taken me months of all sorts of things to sort out what's happening with all my video and recording, and so thanks for the patience of the people who are seeing things I can improve on and commenting about it, and also, you know, just realise I haven't been doing this a really long time, and so it's new for me, and I'm learning as I go in many respects. So I'm not too bad now. The film editing's really come up really well, unless it's a long play craft along. But definitely I've got I have got a friend who is a sound engineer. He's been a long-term friend of mine, and he's been doing a little bit of research about what else I can get that will maybe help and improve things. So it's in the process of being fixed. Right, so this glue stick now can be I saw someone doing this neat trick where they use the end of a glue stick, and I'm going to do that for that. How good is that? Right. So enjoy my waffling, because that's what's going to happen if I can't, I can't, it takes hours sometimes to video edit, and I have to say that I have a much greater appreciation for people who do such an amazing job with their video editing. I really, honestly, I love it. I'm enjoying it so much. However, it does, if you want to pump out a lot more content, it does take a bit longer. So, some days maybe it's just going to be play along, and that's how it goes. So what else is new? Oh, I know what's new. My flatmate, as you know, is a bit of a triathlete. Oh, that's blue, isn't it? You can't miss that. These must be kids' ones. Can't miss that. It does dry clear. As you know, she's a bit of a triathlete if you've watched any of the my back videos. But now on her walk, she's taken to really enjoying the flowers, because she's from America, so obviously we have a lot of flowers that are different to places in America. We probably have some the same, but she's now started to send me photos. What plant is this? What plant is this? So I said to her, well, if you want the scientific name, I'm not going to know it, but if you want to find out, there are little apps you can put on the phone where you just put a plant, take a photo of a plant, and it'll tell you what the plant is. So now she's been sending me photos of each flower and then telling me the whole whole name, which is quite funny. I didn't know. I actually didn't. It's amazing, isn't it? We can just look at these beautiful flowers and enjoy them, but not really ever know what their names are or anything like that. So that's been a bit of fun. She's having fun with it. I get a text every 5 minutes while she's walking. Come on, that can go straight. There we go. Bit more. One of these. Did I use it all? Must have. Doesn't matter, of course, because I'll be covering over bits. So I'll tell you what else. So I've got a little local cafe that I used to just go. When Lily was here, and she was here from before she went to Queensland, we would often maybe once a month, just go, oh, let's just go for a big breakfast. Let's just have an enjoyable big breakfast at the little cafe down the corner. I'm going to say it's called Frances Winifred. And I have popped in once or twice to get a little cakey or something. I don't have a lot of cakes, but just, some days you want a bit of cake. Why not? And there it is. And I popped in there the other day and I had a chat to them and said, oh, how's business going? And they were so happy that all the local people had been getting behind them and were basically supporting them by popping in to get a cake or a coffee or whatever, which was just absolutely gorgeous. I might actually just do all of these now. So yesterday I popped in because I felt like a bit of cake, but I didn't have it yet. And I've got a favourite. I love a crusty pastry with, see, I know I don't have much cakes, but I can probably wax on for ages about this, have a rant about this particular type of cake. So it's a particular beautiful buttery pastry tart, and it has either, I love lemon meringue, so it either has a very tart lemon syrupy filling like you get with lemon meringue, so that's just a lemon tart, of course, or the other thing they make is this just divine dark chocolate tart, which has got a bit of gold leaf on the top. Anyway, so that's from the French Lettuce Bakery in Carlton. But of course I can't go there. But Francis Winifred has started to stock these. Not every day. You don't always get it. But when I feel like it and I pop in and there's some chocolate tart from Francis Winifred, oh, you can be sure I'm going to get one. Or a lemon tart. Mostly they have the chocolate tarts. Now let's just shut that. Let's just do a bit of this. So the point of that story, is that there's one sitting there waiting for me for a bit later, whenever I feel like it. That's exciting, isn't it? Quite liked making that collage because I put in a lot of little bits of sewing, see, pleat sewing things. Right, let's to put that all the way up there. So if anyone's watching from Melbourne, I just would like to say I hope you're doing okay in lockdown. Lots of people haven't, they've had to stop to look after their kids with our stage 4. So I hope you're doing okay. I'm having fun because I do not mind lockdown whatsoever. I don't mind being able to go to the shop with no people there. I quite enjoy that. Yeah. Anyway, if you are in lockdown and you're not feeling so great, just send me a message. I'll have a chat. Nothing worse. I'm glad I've got a flatmate, to be honest. I probably would just do craft 24/7 except for stopping to have something to eat. And it wouldn't bother me at all, but it is nice to have someone else to chat to at times. So yesterday I did manage to get out for a bit. I've decided that what you do is you wind your windows down, even though it's winter, and you open the windows and you enjoy the fresh air. as much as you can. So I think I edited this bit out of my, I'm not sure, maybe, I forget, I've forgotten things. Can't, you know, hello brain. Get forgetful. Sometimes I think I'm being really unprofessional having a ramble, but you know what, who cares? Alright, so I can't remember if I told you, so I'm going to just say the story again. My chiropractor, lovely, lovely man. I got there, and because of regulations and because of really, you know, being COVID safe with clients and stuff like that, he had the whole, you know, the plastic sheet head thing over and his face mask as well. So he was doubly unable to breathe, but protecting all his clients, of course, and also protecting himself. So he said to me that he's only seeing people who are an emergency, and I was a bit of an emergency because I hadn't been for a little while and my neck had gone really badly out. And so I had a doctor's certificate. But he's, you know, of course, all the things he's got to go through, he was almost saying it was hardly worth it to be open for everything he had to go through. However, I was very grateful, so grateful to go and enjoy getting back in proper shape. I think I'm just going to cover a little bit more of these little edges. Yeah, and then you wind your window down, either on the way there or on the way back, to get all the fresh air, because there's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to be in your car without a face mask on, and honestly, if you're driving and you're getting fresh air, that's a pretty good thing. And there's no one, you know, you're obviously not near anybody if you're winding the window down while you're driving. Because if you wear a mask for a length of time, and I noticed this, I had to wear a mask in there, and I'm usually on the table for a while. But I noticed after a while I was just breathing back in my own air, and it was just horrible. And I know we have to do it, and we're not spitting on, you know, we're not putting our spit everywhere, and that's valid. But breathing in your own breath over and over again is horrible. So that's why I wind my car down. My car window. Let's have a look. Still a bit. Can fill in still. All right, let's do that distressing last. Just want to fill in a few little bits. And also, the other thing is he wants me to go back. So I have to go every Saturday, even though we're in this lockdown. Because my neck must be all the bending over, crafting. Bending my neck over, crafting away. Having a good time and then forgetting that, my neck's all crooked. Okay, like that. I like that edge there. All right, that's filled up. Put a bit of this here. I did mean to actually, I was going to put a couple of actual photos, vintage photos, but my cousin had sent me some of my my uncle at the war, around great uncle probably, not uncle, around wartime, and they hadn't scanned up really well, so I think he must have just taken photos with his phone. I'll have to do, my sister's probably got a better variety of, she's probably got better quality of photos. Filled? This is not filled. Bit of better edge than that. So one of the things I was thinking, I'm still on the car driving thing. Something that reminded me the other day was, so because the masks can be quite restrictive and because I actually have a bit of anxiety, I could, if I wanted to, get a doctor's note saying I don't have to wear one. But I'm being responsible. I'm thinking, you know, if I go into the shop and I don't want to be accidentally catching it and then passing it on, so I am wearing a mask and I'm happy to, but I do find it a bit ridiculous if you're going for a walk around the block, and I've said it before, probably say it again, there's no one, absolutely no one there. I don't see the point of wearing a mask, so I've come up with a few different ways. Might have already mentioned it, I don't know. I can't ever remember what I've actually cut out and what I've kept in the in my rants, my ranting on. I've got a scarf. That's going to be too thick to get in there now, isn't it? Let's see if I can. Oh, I'll get it. I've got a scarf that I wear, like, you know, like a hijab, kind of, because why not? And it's thin so I can breathe, which is good. And I've also got, my friend sent me a pure wool thing from New Zealand, which is just absolutely gorgeous. It's like a tube. It's like a tubey scarfy thing. So here it is. It's just a tube like that, but it's absolutely beautiful. So it's from Earth, Sea, Sky. It's gorgeous. I've put 2 pins in about where my ears would be because I find it a little bit big, so it does fall down. But you can just pull this up over your nose and you've got a face covering on because, what are those things called? The, like, bandanas, because they're allowed. So bandanas are allowed. But what I've decided to do, which is what I did with my other thinner scarf, I cut 2 little holes in my thinner scarf because I wasn't using it anyway, so it didn't really matter. And I'm going to sew a buttonhole, but a long buttonhole, to loop over my ears. So for this one, I'm just going to, on a separate bit, sew a buttonhole and sew it onto here and then just cut a little hole. I don't tell my friend I did that. He'll be like, he sent me this as a present. But then I can just hook them over my ears and I don't have to worry about if it's a little bit big, it's slipping down all the time, and it'll just stay up. That's what I'm doing, and this is just absolutely gorgeous. It's very thin New Zealand wool, really beautifully made. And you pull it up over your nose, and it's what people who go camping and hiking and stuff use, or bike riders use to keep their faces warm. My daughter sent me the medical proper that's what I wore to the chiropractic, the medical type of thing. But the thing I was thinking yesterday that I realised, and I think it's very extreme when people are doing the whole refuse to wear a mask. In fact, it's probably a bit narcissistic, really, when you think about it, because it's often for other people that you wear the mask. So if you don't have any concept that other people are at risk and that you would like to help protect them, then you're pretty off my books, I reckon. Anyway, so putting a bit more of this antique-y, stick that down. Okay, vintage photo. So I think that the point I was trying to make, that I just waffled on, then I focused on my crafting, then I went off with the fairies again, was that we've got to do our best for everybody, you know, we look after everyone, and some people don't even think it's real, but you know what, it is. There we go. Okay, they're the way I wanted them to be. Love that. Now, I went off on a tangent again, as I do, and I didn't even get to the point of what I wanted to say. How is that? Right, so I wanted to use a bit more of this from the other day. I want to, and let's put my fabric fix there. Okay, so did I finish my rant then? I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. You know why? You know why I didn't finish it? Because the point I wanted to make was, what came up for me when I was thinking I'm wearing scarves and I'm wearing that, is that it's a little bit naughty. Like, you know, we're being told that we have to do certain things and kind of behave, and it's our little way of just keeping our individuality. Like, we're doing what we have to do because we care about other people and we're following the rules to a certain extent, but just having our little creative individuality is, you know, it's a nice thing. So it was reminding me of the French Revolution, of all things. Don't worry, my brain goes all sorts of places. The French Revolution and the underground, and I felt like every time I was putting on one of these scarves or masks that I was like back there in those days and times. And look, Francis Winifred. You know what I mean, just the way my brain works is off the planet sometimes. Thanks, Francis Winifred, for the little bag. See, I was doing one thing and I just got completely sidetracked. I saw the bag and went, oh, I'll make something out of that. But that's okay, because I'm actually going to make something to put the tags in. That's what I'm doing. So the back is plain. Okay. No, before I start that, oh my goodness. This is why I like editing my tutorials. So I'm not waffling all over the place. Fabric fix. Or 3-in-1, whatever you have. Just get it down. So of course now I've talked about the French Revolution. This is what's going on in my head. The whole Les Mis score. How good is that? The I love that show. Oh, I love it. That's my favourite musical. Favourite little musical, that one for sure. And one year my daughters bought me, they surprised me, you know, because you do all these things for your kids, but you never know when they don't have to give you anything back. You just love them and you just do things for them. But they surprised me. They bought me tickets to see Les Mis. And so the three of us went to the show, to the theatre, which was great. So, you know, they're beautiful moments when you get to share little things like that with your kids as well. Just want to finish sticking these on. Oh, I love these. Goodness, how nice. They're all good, not too bad. I don't know if that's what I want. I'll go back to this hemp twine from the other day. Oh, the green. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Hemp cord. Now, this is the trouble I had the last time. I couldn't work out where the end was. Oh, this time I did. Right, so maybe about that much. All right, so I'm thinking that way, maybe. That'll do. There, that's ready to tie onto something. Right, we've got these cute little tags with writing spots on their back. Now this paper bag. Hope that wasn't too loud as the sound is now turned up. Bit of glitter glue just to shut that edge. Remembered little kid scissors. How cute are they? Just giving that a bit of a edge there, and a little bit of a notch. Small or big? Bigger. Actually, no, I'll do that after. I'm going to collage a bit onto this little bag. tell you what, it's really enjoyable using up all our bits of junk. I love this idea of recycling. Back in a bit. A bit of the vintage photo to bring that in. That'll work. That way. And then you wished you didn't try it because it was still damp and it didn't quite work. Let's, scissors, blooper number 570, whatever, there. Okay, put that rubbish there. Let's just dress the edge a bit. Get a bit of here. More. Like that. Definitely going to put I do like this iced spruce actually. I love it over the top of that. These cards, got this little bag, and go in there like that. It's a nice little present, isn't it? Maybe that's a bit of happy mail for someone. That'd be good. I think I want to put one more thing on. Four there in there. In fact, I could imagine just doing one in each little bag, and that would just be sitting in. I may make a few more bags, perhaps, and they can go in journals like that. Right, what we got? Well, these have got some little... Alright, so I used a bit of sewing pattern, so in here there might be, on the front there's a little sewing dress, so maybe Paris, nope, I know. Ice coupons, how cute. Oh, that's nice. I love these. I love these little things. Ice again. I was actually thinking there was going to be a little sewing kind of thing, but I prefer that. These are great. I linked them. I linked the Etsy store that does these. It's called, here we are, this check. There's those. Oh, Disneyland. It's called MoCard. So you can just look up MoCard on Etsy. I wanted to use that, but now I'm seeing these ones with this little bit of blue in them, thinking they go really nice. Oh, there's the dresses. Look at that. How cute. Actually, I'll use them for something else. I love it. You just get inspired by different things. I love how by the end of this I go quiet. I've said so much, it's like now I just want to be crafting in my own little world. So sorry about that. There we go. Right, I definitely think I'm going to put one to a pocket. Oh, I'm so glad I made those. Oh, I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. Oh, now I want to put little stickers on these too. Oh. Oh. What about these little tiny ones? Little ice coupons. Let's put one of them on and see how it goes. Blend it in a bit more. Okay, so imagine that I've finished. That is going to be like that. Oh, how fun. Okay, I'll probably go ahead and put a whole heap of those little ice coupons on the others and make a couple more bags. But for now, happy crafting and have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed that and my rambles. And, you know, if you didn't, turn the sound down and put some music on and just play along. Why not? Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you later and see you at the next one. Bye.